Joe Nichols, Shade Tree Gunsmithing. Man, I'm sure glad y'all stepped in tonight. We just gonna, it's cold outside and we's gonna do a little work in the shop out there today, but I tell you what, we just been bumming it. That's what I call it, bumming. I just been laying around and everything. And I come in here and I got to looking, I think, thinking, well, I need to do a video, just something simple, let them see how simple, and when you get a little more advanced, but this right here you can practice with, and it has to do with the thick, thin. Now we've talked about that before, about doing your thick, thin, as you come up you do thin, as you come down you do thick, in your name and that. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little scroll work. Now you've seen the scroll design on our advertisement on the front and on the rear of our videos. And Tim Morris, the cameraman, he's the one that figured out how to get all that in there, which it looks good. It really looks great. And so I was just going to show you, how I do a t-shirt with somebody's name on it. And I'm just going to use the name Airbrush. That's all I can think of right at the moment. That way somebody can't say, oh, he used my name, but he didn't use yours or something. It's just something all the time. But anyway, I've done a lot in carnivals and stuff like that back when I airbrushed a lot of doing just the names. Girls' names, boys' names, boys and girls, whichever girl and girl. And I would do the scroll work with it and the highlighting, and it would take me per t-shirt about 5 minutes, and I would sell that t-shirt. Most of the time my t-shirts went for $12 to $15 unless they had a bunch of, if they wanted on both sides, then I got $20, and like I said before, I don't know about your math, but my math, I've made some good money doing t-shirts, but I just got so much other things going. I love to airbrush, I really do. I love teaching it, So hopefully we'll get started here. So we don't want to make this video too long that it bores you to death. And we'll show you a little bit on camera how to do it. We'll try to do it slow enough so you see how it's being done. And then you can take, if you're learning how to airbrush, you can take and sit down at your easel or whatever you've got, put an old rag on there or a t-shirt or something like that. I'll tell you something else that's cheap and it's good to use too, is paper towels. You can make you a little holder up here, pull a paper towel down, put a clamp on it, and you can do your practice work on that and then just rip it off, throw it away. I mean, it's just simple. But anyway, I'll get started here, and I guess we got everything fired up back there, so give us just a minute and we'll be right with you. All right, right there we go. Just better put an I in there. We just put the word airbrush, and so what we'll do is try to fill in some of the places with it with a little bit of scroll. We come in here, go right in there, come down here into this. Up in here, this spot. Up here. Just take them out like that. Come out here. I'm going to wrap this thing around my arm a little bit. Pull with me. And we'll come up in here. Let's see. Do another one. And end it. Like that. We gotta do something with this. we don't want to get too much that takes away from the name. So we'll go and we'll put a different color now. Of course, when you're doing someone's name, you know, we're just using the word airbrush just to simulate doing someone's name. But, you know, you let them, you ask them, you know, what do you want the name in? You want it in pink, or, you know, if it's a girl, most likely it's going to be hot pink. And then you can do your outer part in a different color. You know, most of them like purple. So anyway, you come in here with your purple. And you try to ride, right, if you notice, I'm running right on top, not covering it up, oh, just right along the edge of the line. And that way, they see the black in the line, but yet they also see the purple that's on the outside of the line. And if you get a little spot there that's, you know, a little thin, then you can just fill it in a little bit. See, like right here, one. So you just fill that little spot in. All right, now we've got purple here, purple up here, you know, and make this a little wider out here. There we go. Run this one wider right there. We'll put a little blue on these outer ones. Gotta be in a groove when you're doing this. And then just this side will get it flowing. Spit with me just a little bit, and we're just a hair rusty, so you know, I guess I can make an excuse if I want to, since I'm not selling this here out. You know, still got a mess right there. If I can get it to come out. There we go. That side of the dot. And so that's it. I mean, you know, if you had a, I forgot something. Oh, sure did. see it. Trust me, when you start airbrushing out here, you'll think you're done, and you'll look at something and go, I forgot something. Got little rat tails out here. That's it right there. You know, if the name in there, or t-shirt or something, took me a little longer than usual. I'm a little out of practice on this scroll work and stuff. That does take a little practice of doing it to get it right. But you can see what's behind it. I mean, you know, the fundamental of it. And so, I mean, you know, that right there would be, you know, an easy money maker. You know, that's all you can say about it. It's just an easy money maker to do names, you know, and learn cursive writing. You know, when I was airbrushing and I would write it out, or they would see my displays and they go, you do cursive? And I said, well, yeah, that's about all I really like to write in. I mean, you know, we can do the block lettering, we can do the graffiti style, but I'm not really big on it. So unless it was asked for back then, we never even volunteered it. I mean, I didn't even show anything with it. But anyway, that was it. We had a little trouble with our airbrushes and stuff like that, but you know, if you don't airbrush with them every day and keep them 100% clean, the paint mixed up good and thin, you know, speaking of the paint, if you don't know how to mix your paint, the best way I can tell you is on whole milk, you know how thick it is. If you get your paint to where it runs about like whole milk, then it should be just about perfect for you. And of course now automotive's a lot different, but I'm talking about just for opaque paints, you know, and stuff like that for t-shirts. So anyway, that's another little thing right there you can practice on. You know, there again, you can see, you know, it's, of course I had to do it so heavy, and then it's got the outline on it and stuff like that. But even right here, you know, the thin, and it started getting thicker. Of course, when I come up, you know, I had to come over it, so that made it, when I went down, it got thick again, and it's thin here, and then thick, and then thin, and then a little thick right here, and then thick coming down again. You know, when you come down, it started thin, but then I had to go over it again, so it made it thick. You know, so anyway, you just got to practice your thick thins, you know, in it. Anyway, glad you could come out and visit with us on this cold, snowy evening, and you know, we look forward to the next video. We don't know what we're going to do. We had something in mind, but I just didn't want to have to spend all day trying to warm my shop up for a 30-minute video. And not that gins are not worth it, but, you know, there again, I got to let my machines warm up and everything else to do what I was going to do. And I'm going to do like old Uncle Sam always does, and that's going to be my close off from now on, is I want you to come back and see us again.